Today I'm going to show you the difference between continuous lights and flash. So you've probably heard continuous lights, flash. Which one do I have? I want to show you the difference and why you might actually want both. I like working with continuous light because you can see what on earth is going on and what you're doing. It's not set up the light and then have a flash go off where it may or may not be the exposure, the power level that you want it to be. However, a continuous light has much less power. Where does that come into play? Well, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to set up Megan. I'm gonna have her in a nice natural light scenario. But then the second thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to make it more of like a dark and moody vibe. And to do that, I need my light to overpower all of the light in here and potentially from a little bit further away. So let's get started. We'll start off with the continuous lights. Good, right about there. Perfect, just kind of move around. So it's a little bit dark. I'm gonna go ahead and boost this up a bit. There we go. Good. So this is looking great. I'm gonna turn this off and then I'm gonna do the same thing or somewhat the same thing with my flash. So let's turn this light off. I know this is kind of overkill, but that's the point. And what this will do is allow me to get very, very natural looking light, much more powerful. This is gonna shoot through. And it's also gonna let me position the light way further back. So let's go ahead and grab some shots that way. And back up a little bit more. So you can get your feet. Love the movement. Nice. All right, so these were definitely fun. If I want to make this a little bit more of a moody scenario, that's where you're gonna see a big difference. Stick this grid on here. We're gonna completely change our scene. So kind of do almost like a tush back, lean forward, kind of like board. Definitely stick your head that way. Good. So for fun, I'm just gonna warm up my white balance. Switch your hair, so the one on the other side, maybe put behind your ear. Yeah, that's really pretty. All right, so I got a ton of photos that I absolutely love here with this scenario. I'm going to keep my exposure exactly the way it is and now bring in my light. I'm gonna put this in the same exact spot. It doesn't have the grid on it. The grid's not really the point though. The point is the power of the light. In order to get the exposure I want, this is gonna have to be. And on top of it, it's blinding Megan. So what a fun experience. So look kind of down that way. Yeah, but then I have to be super cropped in and even that wasn't quite what I wanted. So let me just get an exposure that gets this kind of where I wanted it to be. And then, you know, I'm gonna be stuck doing some Photoshop later. So now I'm not poo-pooing on the continuous light. The continuous light is awesome. It just has different purposes and different functionality. A flash, much more powerful. I'm gonna be able to use it outside much more powerfully with darker exposure settings. It's gonna be able to work with those as opposed to continuous light, not as much. Before we get any further in this video, let me tell you about this video sponsor, Squarespace. I have been using Squarespace for probably over a decade. Squarespace is a platform where you can create beautiful custom websites in just a few minutes. Choose from a plethora of templates where you can easily plug and play your own work. It's an all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. We all know that an online presence is crucial for your brand, so build one that's stands out. Head over to this link for my exclusive 10% discount on your first domain at Squarespace. Now back to the video. Now, to show you some of the perks of a continuous light like this, because I'm not just gonna say, oh, that's the only thing. Here's what I like about it. One, this light, when we come over, there's actually 16.7 million colors in this light. It's crazy. And it's pretty fun. Let's make flash and continuous light work together, shall we? So we got a bunch of different options there. I hope that showed you the differences between using continuous light versus flash. And of course I can use them both together. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss anything here, and I will see you next time. Hey, do you like what you're watching right now? Let me tell you a secret. It's a little something I call photo insiders. There is so much more to the video that you are watching that I'm not showing you here, and I'm only showing the community at Photo Insiders. Photo Insiders is a photography education community where you can learn behind the scenes of shoots like this one and so much more. Every single month I release a new video that teaches you the ins and outs of things like posing, lighting, flash photography, continuous lighting, and mixing them all together. You will be able to see raw photos that I take along with the settings and watch me troubleshoot my way out of situations. In Photo Insiders, I give you videos in 2 different formats. Direct education that's long form, about 15 to 20 minutes, so we can really get into the nitty-gritty, or check out the Cliff's Notes version where you will be able to learn the same concept in about half the time. This gives you the ability to learn very detailed information about the photography concept or do a quick review if needed. You'll also be able to watch behind the scenes on location shoots that are happening with real clients, not just models. In addition, every month we'll do live group coaching calls and even a few live shoots. And of course, what would a group like this be without community? The Photo Insiders group gets an exclusive community Discord channel where you will be able to download all of my bonus materials, talk to each other about specific photography concept, and within the community you'll have a place to ask your questions and then we'll answer them in live group coaching calls. Never feel lost or frustrated behind the camera again. Join us at Photo Insiders to confidently create the images that you envision every single time. I'll see you there.